Hi everybody, it's Fit with Deb. Welcome to my kitchen. We are going to be making a great breakfast recipe. I'm always on the lookout for new breakfast ideas, and this one is a good one because it's not filled with a lot of starches. There's no pastries and muffins and donuts and all those things that make us really tired when we start our day. So we're going to be making a crustless veggie quiche, and it is so delicious, and you can modify it however you want. Okay, so what I've done, I'm heating in my pan a little bit of coconut oil. I don't use olive oil when I'm having high temperatures because it doesn't respond well to high heat, but coconut oil does, and it's healthy for you. It's one of those healthy fats that we need. And I'm going to add in this is like 2 fistfuls of spinach. Well, it was. It's frozen, so it's not quite, it doesn't look like 2, but it was at one time. Okay, so I'm going to be cooking that in my hot oil. Get the oil nice and heated. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of garlic, or you can just go ahead and freshly chop up a clove of garlic if you'd rather. I'm going to add in, I've chopped 3 green onion stalks. Ooh, and dropped them on the floor. Gonna get these nice and cooked. 1 can of diced tomatoes, or you can cut your own fresh. That's always a good idea. I'm not very famous for doing things the slow way, so I like things to be ready. So I'm gonna add in these tomatoes, which are already cut up for me. It's getting nice. I wish you could smell it. I wish you were in my kitchen with me right now because it's beautiful. I know you can't really see it, but it's nice and green and red. And then I'm going to add in, I cut up 5 mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, people seem very particular about mushrooms. People get real one-sided. If you don't like them, don't cook them. So we're going to add in those mushrooms along with about 1/8 of a cup of bacon crumbles, if you can see that. So, you know me, I love bacon. Bacon makes everything better. So let me just show you what it looks like so far. Fabulous. That's what it looks like. It looks like fabulousness. So I'm actually making this the night before so that in the morning I won't have to think about breakfast, because the deal with this quiche is it's fabulous and it's easy, but it takes 50 minutes to cook on 350, by the way. So I never have 50 minutes to just wait for things to cook in the morning. So I'm going to let that cook for about 5 minutes. So I've got all my ingredients going. While I'm letting that get warm, I've got 5 eggs, which you probably can't see very well. 5 eggs that I've already whisked. I'm going to add in 3/4 of a cup of non-dairy milk. I have used coconut milk, but you may like almond milk or a mix of coconut and almond milk. You can decide. And then I've got a 1/4 cup, you could do maybe less, but this is parsley. If you could get this fresh, that would be really awesome. But I feel like if you're going to make a quiche, you have to have parsley, right? But if you don't have any, that's not a deal breaker, because I really don't think it tastes like much of anything. Okay, so what we're going to mix in next, I am so anti-cheese. I'm always telling you not to eat cheese, and I'm going to eat cheese. I mean, it's a quiche, for crying out loud. So I'm going to do, this is like 1/3 of a cup of cheese. And I'm like, you know what? 1/3 of a cup is going to be just fine. Am I right? Okay, so this smells really good, especially with the garlic cooking. And I'm going to stir together my other wet ingredients. So this is just egg, milk, non-dairy milk, cheese, and parsley. Please don't use cow's milk. It just causes inflammation in your body. It causes weight loss resistance. So that's all set. Cool. All right, I feel like our other stuff actually may be ready. I've already got my oven warming on 350. I'm going to spray just a typical 9-inch round pan. You can use a regular glass, maybe like an 8-inch pan, but it's not going to be quiche-y if it's not round, right? The awesome thing is you didn't buy a crust. You didn't You have to buy one, you have to make one. The crust just adds more of those refined carbs that are not good for you. They make you tired, they make you store fat, they raise your insulin levels. So we don't want to do any of that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mix all this in the bowl together. You know I have to have convenience. Everything has to be easy in my life. So I'm just going to force all of this in, and I'm going to, I really wish I could be here to smell this. It smells so good. And it's so good for you. And it's going to make more than one breakfast. Unless you have a monster family, then it's not. But my kids are probably not going to be real thrilled if they see this in the morning, but I don't care. And I'm just going to dump it all in there. You could always do your pan ingredients and then top it with your egg mixture. If you want to do that, great. Let me just give you a preview. I'm just going to hold it there for a second. Like, how close can I get it so you can actually see? So lots of red, green, yellow, beautiful, yay. And like I said, I'm going to cook that for 50 minutes or until it kind of seems set. You know what I mean? Like the knife can go in and it's not all mushy and like raw. That's very gross. And what I actually do after about 50 minutes and it looks good to me, I'll hit broil on high for just like 2 minutes and kind of get the top to be a little bit of that crispy brown, and boom, there you have it. This is going to serve 6. Unless you're like me and you like to eat a lot, then this is going to serve 4. So hopefully you can get a few breakfasts out of this. I'm really glad that you joined me. What I'd like you to do next is go to my YouTube channel, Fit with Deb, subscribe to my free YouTube channel. It's got awesome workouts and lots of good recipes and tips for the kitchen and such. And follow me on Facebook. Let's connect. Have a great day. Bon appetit.